Welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast counting down everything this week that made you say, what a time to be alive. And now, Patrick Monahan, Kath Barbadoro, and Eli Uden.
Folks, welcome to What a Time to Be Alive, the only podcast that counts down things each week to make you say the thing that's the title of the podcast. I'm Patrick Monahan.
I'm Kath Barbadoro.
I'm Eli Uden.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Happy post-holidays, everybody. Happy week of laying around.
That's right.
Yeah.
The blessed final week where no one moves.
Going
It's
home
lovely.
and being bedridden, developing sores. I developed some good sores. Went
Bed sore
crazy
week.
on snacks. Went absolutely bananas.
Dig up your nightgown, your cap, your candle on a plate, and just settle in for the cold week ahead.
I really could because I sleep. It's furnished, but I sleep in the attic when I'm home, just descending. So I could descend in a nightgown with a candle on a
Truly
plate.
ogre mode.
Ogre mode.
Descending at
Do
11
you
a.m.
sleep up there, or is that where they keep you?
That's
is
where
that
they
where you're
keep me.
kept?
He gets prodded up there every
I
night.
can't break anything up there. It's the only place that's been child-proofed for me. All the sharp corners have styrofoam on them, and yeah. But descending at 11 a.m. Oh, what is that racket? Please cease this racket immediately. Yeah, but no, it's it's nice. I ate like insane amount of snacks. They got so many snacks, man. Oh
my God. The sheer variety of Christmas cookies really put me on my ass.
Crackers. I was going all over the place. It was all sorts of stuff.
Something about my parents' house makes me want to eat so many crackers. That's like, I'm always going for crackers
Dude.
at my parents' house. They got
I'm
so many
going
good
through.
kinds there.
Cat sleeps in a damn cage up there.
Like
They're
Pigeon. They're feeding.
Bedtime. Somebody throw the sheet over me. I got to.
Holly
Gotta get
Holly
nice
does in
rest.
fact want a cracker. That's what they say to your ass.
Yeah.
But like that thing where you eat like a really big meal and you're like, oh, and you got to lay down? I did
Yep.
that with Wheat Thins, just Wheat Thins. I ate so many Wheat Thins, I was like, I got to take a break here. And they had some classic parent cookies that I'd never seen before in my life. Like, Walker's,
parent
my favorite. Walker's
Wa-
Scotch shortbreads, huh? I've never seen these in my life. But they
Lot
were
of,
so
like,
weird.
Anise flavored cookies. And you're like,
Yeah.
great. These are for a generation of people who have passed
Barf.
away.
Yeah. They were like so weird that I almost asked if they had like sentimental value. I was like, "Did you bring these back from a trip? Can I have these?" And then I just ate them. I went in.
I mean,
Knocked 'em
I'm
out.
on record about loving old people food, so I'm going to town on those. The amount of
They were
biscottis I
good.
ate, oh God, I was
They
putting
were,
those things away.
They were like, there was like a modern flavor profile. It was chocolate and salted caramel, but they were okay.
Very
They
modern.
tasted like, like those cookies always taste, where it's like, yeah, if Chips Ahoy wasn't around, these would probably be like one of the best cookies, but you've been lapped. You've kind of been beaten.
Yeah.
Beaten to the punch. All manners of
If we
cookie.
could go back in time and stop Tate's, then these would go hard.
They had this
However.
fucked up. Oh man, I didn't even know you could get this because we don't go to Costco really here. I mean, maybe you guys do, but like,
Nope.
They have a Tate's that's just a
Boom.
like a warehouse size box with the sleeves, just tons of sleeves in it. And I was like, you got to put this. I pulled that dad move. Take these away. You got to hide these from me.
Get these out of here. I'm just imagining a big Tate's box the size of like a smart car. That's what I'm envisioning here.
Yeah. And we had my dad was like,
It's a Tate's display case for the end of the
Right.
aisle. That's
Yes.
what they sell.
basically.
Right. Just the end.
My parents' house is just a bodega that it's, there's a cat in there. It's really quite similar.
In that way, my parents' house is a Trader Joe's. It has everything Trader Joe's has ever made.
Yeah.
In the freezer, it has one of each thing. So
Oh yeah, we had a big Trader Joe's feast as well. They love the Trader Joe's. They love the past employment location of their son. They go in there.
which one did you work at? Did you work at the Union Square one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went in there the other day and I was like, I'm envisioning the
Yeah, it's a
bathroom.
lot.
Just looking
the bathroom's
around like,
upstairs.
wow.
It was like,
This
I
is
mean,
where
I
it
worked
all
so
happened.
early. I worked so early that I got a couple hours of just.
I tried to ask them
stalking.
if I could get in for family meal, but they turned me
Oh,
away.
there's no family. Yeah, you can go into the break room's over past the wine shop. They have weird stuff. It's also weird because the wine shop is like, for whatever reason, you're like, that's like a completely different squad, and you're not allowed to.
Oh,
like
they
you
don't
can't
mix,
work
huh?
there.
You guys
No,
have
you
like
can't,
softball
like-
tournaments? You guys hate each other?
I think they
Rivalry?
probably do have a softball team, but
Well,
yeah,
there's
like if somebody
two
calls
Trader
out,
Joe's. There's like Trader Joe's to go, which is like a bodega of Trader Joe's stuff, and it's next to the real Trader Joe's.
at
very
the
strange.
Union Square one.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
that
maybe
might be
replace the wine
I think
store.
it might be what replaced the wine store, but it's
Yeah.
very confusing.
Yeah,
And you
There were
can't
some
get from one
regulations
to
or
the other.
something.
You have to go back outside.
Well, that's part of it is because I think it
Yeah.
was laws in New York or something. But like, if somebody in the wine store called out, like, no one can, you
weren't
can't
allowed.
fill in for each other at all.
You're not qualified.
Yeah, and I think they get the
Right.
wine store people. They have to have the wine store people are like exactly if you built a wine store employee in your mind, like kind of like a middle-aged man who's like working there for the benefits and is wearing like a plaid kind of twill work shirt tucked into some slacks,
Sure.
giving wine recs. Yeah,
Wait, so the bathroom is upstairs.
yes, in the warehouse,
Okay.
but it's a very small warehouse. There's not much in there.
Okay.
I can draw you up the blueprints.
The unfortunate time, maybe only once when I was a kid, that I had to go to a grocery store bathroom. It's like you go like behind, you go through like the flaps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
back there.
Yeah, it's in a cordoned off area. You have
I
to have
got in like
clearance.
an argument about this with my mom yesterday because she was driving me to the train and I had to use the bathroom and she was like, "Oh, well, stop. There's a grocery store over here." And I was like, you can't just go in there.
You can,
Like, that's-
but it's embarrassing.
She was like, "No, it's like if I bring you to like a Starbucks or something, you can't go in there, but they'll let you go in the grocery store." And I was like,
No, they
"What is
won't.
this logic?
They're not letting me
They'll-
behind the flaps without
they'll
any.
let you.
I
I
don't
can't
think
go
so.
behind the flaps."
As
cold
someone
back
with
there.
IBS, I'll tell you, they
They'll
will
let
let
you-
you, but it's not. It's embarrassing. They'll
They
like you
did.
have to kind of make it clear that it's. I don't think the Trader Joe's would let you because you got to walk through like
Yeah,
like you
unsanctioned
could
hard hat
poison
areas.
a lot of stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff up there.
I mean, they
You
did
gotta
let
walk
me
by
go,
all
but
these
it was
vats.
It's
Yeah,
all
the-
very precarious up there, honestly. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not going to rat out OSHA, but I'm like, I don't know, a lot of towers of milk that could take somebody out up there. You know,
This
very
wasn't
limited
behind the
space.
flaps, but it was by all the like offices, and I'm like, "Why is there like an office?
Oh, did you
Why
use
is this
it?
also an office building?" I
Did
had
you
to.
go?
She was like, "We're going."
Dropping your
go.
daughter off at the grocery store to use their bathroom. At least she didn't walk you in them. She was like,
She
hello.
insisted, right? She
Like
insisted on walking you
SpongeBob in the
back.
tunnel.
That was totally me looking for the bathroom. Was SpongeBob post 40 Benadryls in the tunnel?
Yeah. How does SpongeBob go to the bathroom? He just wrings himself out over the
Yeah, he just kind of
wrings his
squeezes.
piss
He
out.
squeezes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
I
kinda-
bet that feels so good to him,
Yeah.
wringing himself out. I bet that feels so good.
Oh, it would feel incredible. I want to get
Speaking of
wrung out.
yeah. Speaking of ring, yeah, I got back on the Cairo Instagram discover.
Oh,
thing,
hell yeah. People
You
get
watch one
wrung
thing and
out.
then you get 400, and it's like it's like
pet
blind
chiropractors-
for 40 years, and then and then it's just they just treat you like you're a henchman whose clothes they need to steal, and then you can see again.
This
Yeah.
is how
They
they
just-
should
they
do
just-
like Christian
they come up behind
programming
you,
of
and they
Jesus'
just go,
miracles.
Shh, 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 shh. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, everything feels great.
Yeah. Quiet.
It looks like it
quiet.
feels
Breathe
great.
in.
I mean, they have the one where they put the towel around your chin and then they have you laying down and they just yank you. That's the one I was talking about, like pulling your head off. That's probably feels
Yeah.
good.
They do you like a Stretch Armstrong with a troubled child's hands, just yanks your leg out of a joint. Like, all right, your ocular nerve is realigned.
And
Congratulations.
yeah, and there are a lot of these guys. You
I
know?
cured
And
your
then
leprosy.
And
Congrats.
occasionally it'll be like Jason Derulo that they're doing, and he doesn't do a prank because that's probably not part of the sponsored agreement.
Yeah.
But
Did we?
Is he a prank guy? Does he do pranks?
he's
Jason
like a
Derulo.
yeah. He's got his like his social media presence is far less about music than his. It's just about like fun videos. That's like his
Okay.
whole deal.
Did I send you? I saw I believe his biography or his autobiography was at the bookstore in Penn
Oh,
Station,
hell yeah.
and it's named. It's a reference to him saying his name all the time. But I'm trying to look up what it was called, and I hope I didn't invent this. Oh yeah, it's called "Sing Your Name Out Loud" by Jason Derulo.
That rocks. That's
Book
good
club.
advice.
Book
Work for
club.
him.
Sing Your Name Out Loud, 15 Rules for Living Your Dream by Jason Derulo. And it's a picture of him that looks pulled straight out
Is
of
it him falling down the stairs at the Met Gala? Is that the cover?
Famously.
No, he looks like he's in like a sitcom. It's like him in a teal knit sweater.
Good for him.
By Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like the Marc Jacobs. Yeah, exactly.
By Marc
Mark
Jacobs for
Marc
Marc
Jacobs.
Jacobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason Derulo.
And then we
Well,
had
he really
Tim-
does. He really does look like he's in a sitcom. That really
Yeah.
is something. This is a very,
He's doing a bit, right?
very
This is a
self-help.
gag gift.
He's
Very
probably
self-helpy.
funny.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be, but he probably is.
He probably is.
Yeah. And then I got a firsthand. Did we ever talk about our discovery of my dad's dinner obsession and his rules, the rules in my household that are, because I got firsthand exposure to that.
I don't think we talked about that. Yeah, you should
It's-
tell our listeners about.
So first of all,
he's
I
so
was
real
home.
for this.
So real for this.
So real
First
for
of all,
this.
I'm home and my dad's like, my doctor says my sugar levels are a little high. And I was like, well, you had dessert with your breakfast this morning. You had a breakfast dessert, which is probably not encouraged.
I'm sorry, we're not doing
Maybe you
breakfast ice cream anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't
It was
realize.
cake. I was like, I don't think you're supposed to have morning cake. I think that's probably not good for your blood. But so he
First they take
asks-
away the morning cake, then I don't want to know what comes next.
Yeah. So he asks for dinner. What's for dinner all day long? That's his main hobby, is asking what's for dinner. My mom does puzzles, and he asks her what's for dinner. That's what they do.
This is real dad stuff.
This is the retirement that we're all denied. Is
Yeah.
my mom doing puzzles and him asking what's for dinner. And I was like, we were talking about it in the group chat, and I was like, I know he's banned from asking until a certain point in the day. There's like an actual time.
Your mom's like,
where he's not
before
allowed
this
to-
time, you cannot ask me
Yeah.
what's for dinner because
You cannot. He's not allowed to ask my mom what's for dinner. She might know, but she's just putting boundaries in place. And
Sure.
everybody was like, "What time is it?" And I was like, "I think it's pretty early. I think it's like 10:30 or 11, or before lunch." And then I texted my mom. I was like, "What time is it again that Dad's not allowed to ask what's for dinner before?" And it was 8:30 a.m. He's not allowed to ask. He has to, I don't know, get out of bed first. That's yeah.
Texting, opening my eyes, texting from bed to ask my wife what's for dinner.
What's for dinner?
Turning
loves
off my
dinner.
alarm and immediately opening my text messaging app.
Yeah. What can another huge, if you want to know what it's like to be an adopted only child, one gift that was given this year was that my dad gave my mom a jigsaw puzzle of my face to do, which is just like,
Hell
man,
yeah.
I look truly memorialized. In this home.
Thrilled to learn that it is a picture of you wearing our podcast T-shirt. That is
Oh,
the
yeah.
puzzle. So
It's a comfy
that's exciting
T-shirt.
to me. It is.
Comfortable T-shirt. The
Order
OG.
today.
If you have one, your
TimePod.bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually showing my cousins because one of my cousins is a musician. He was asking me about merch, and he lives in Massachusetts, and he was very into the I worship an ancient ocean god, and I love Duncan
Oh, yeah.
shirt. Like, I think I'm gonna get him one for next Christmas.
A classic.
So I'm very into it. Yeah.
I think it's in Josh Gondelman's regular rotation, but I'm not 100% sure.
I have like it's in my regular rotation of PJ shirts because I have like a
Yeah.
5X version that kicks ass. Big fan.
Yeah, I wear a couple of the ones that the one, it's hard to wear them out because then people are like, are you wearing merch for your podcast? And that's not.
Everyone, as
Yes.
soon as you step outside, you're immediately recognized.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we
Just think if we didn't get embarrassed by stuff like that, we would be much more successful, probably. So,
Jason Derulo has some advice for us, I believe.
yeah. What
I
a
think he would
time
say-
to be alive.
Otherwise,
Got to start saying the name of our podcast before every clip. So, so we got to do. Man.
should we do our
Our
numbers?
podcast is now called Maybach Music. That's actually what we're calling it now.
Isn't-
Our
and the
SEO
lady
has
that-
plummeted.
Yeah, and it's like the weird thing. The voice that says like Maybach Music is now a very famous person in their own right. I think it was like
Oh, really?
Nicki Minaj or somebody who originally said it.
Oh.
I think it was like a
The DJ
that's the
Mustard one is
mailroom of-
Young Thug.
It was a model. It was a Sports Illustrated model named Jessica Gomes. I just looked that up. So
Is it not Gomez? It's Gomes.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is Gomez.
Probably
I don't know.
Gomez.
Probably Gomez.
Number 5.
Sorry, that was mean. Who's doing number 5? It's Eli.
Me. Yeah. Patrick has left the chat.
Betty has turned off his video. He's out.
Pounding on his desk, furious. Yeah, number 5. This comes to us from the Average Gatsby in the Discord. I'm now concerned. Okay, he's back. He's back. I'm
hurt.
sorry. We're sorry for criticizing. We're all reading in real time here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can't.
Number 5.
I'm sorry.
Monkey is yelling. Monkey's upset. Monkey senses the tension. Yeah, number 5 this week is it is about chess. It is about Magnus Carlsen once again getting in trouble in the chess world for being, I don't know, like a normal modern man. So he was disqualified from a chess tournament. I will say I misunderstood this story a little bit, but it's still good. He was disqualified because he wore jeans. So he at first
You
was
must
fined.
play chess in
Get him outta
a
here.
full tux and tails. It's very important.
All tweed. Got to be all tweed.
Yeah, no.
Set
If
up.
you don't show up with the elbow patches, you're out.
Got to have
That's
the
very
elbow
important.
patches.
You know
But
that
you're-
thing everyone can see when you're playing chess? Your legs.
Yeah, famously.
Yeah.
They should wear more jeans that are more constrictive so that they can't, tuck those anal beads or electronic devices to their ankles that tap the engine moves to them or whatever.
Right.
So
You should have to wear those toe shoes so that you can't have the secret thing in your
the 5
foot.
fingers.
You should have to wear 5 fingers to, or
Yeah.
barefoot. Just go full freak mode with it. Got to play chess barefoot.
Pit boss coming over to the blackjack table because I'm wearing Vibram 5 fingers and just asking what that is. What's going on here? Why
are
do you have
those?
these? This is better grip on the carpet in this casino. Yeah, so apparently this is repeated violations, which he was wearing jeans. It's not the FIDE dress code. At first he was fined $200, and apparently repeated violations led to him being disqualified, which... I don't know, man. Take the hint, especially being Magnus Carlsen, who is like the face of making, like, he's like, I would argue, almost somewhat responsible for the survival of that game in a
He's
younger
like definitely
generation.
the most famous chess player since like Bobby Fischer or something, I think.
Yeah, and like
right?
Twitch chess. Yeah, like Twitch chess, it's like him and that guy Hikaru, and it's like he's literally like keeping this alive for you. Like 12-year-olds are playing. He's the only person stopping it from being all Roblox all the way down. So maybe we'll let him wear jeans or reconsider that.
I just Googled him. I didn't realize how like young.
Great head of hair on this guy.
Great head of hair. I
crazy
was
head
thinking
of
the
hair.
same thing. Crazy head of hair. Thick.
Hair.
Yeah.
Share it with the rest of us, guy. Give me just take some off the top. Let me glue it on, please.
For some reason, I think because he's like Norwegian, I always thought he looked like. I just assumed he looked like Carl Ove Nausgaard, the guy who wrote My Struggle. I thought he just looked like that guy who's like. Do you know what that guy looks like? He's like a Viking.
I don't know, but books named My Struggle. Not
right?
a great move.
It's crazy that he named those books My Struggle.
You cannot name your book My Struggle. That one is off the table.
He wrote 4 books called My Struggle. They're
Lot of
My
struggles.
Struggle books 1 through 4, and they're about his life.
But they're just like about every single thing he does, right? That's
Yeah, they're about like
yeah.
everything that's ever happened to him, and
That's- I mean,
nothing
that sounds-
all that like amazing has happened to him.
It sounds like an interesting thing. Best of luck to everyone who enjoys it.
Yeah.
I'm busy, man.
I'm
His str-
busy. Yeah,
His struggle
I
of
got
not
stuff
being
going on.
not being allowed to use the bathroom at the grocery store. They won't let him through the flaps to go back
Yeah,
there.
that's right.
they want him through the
Yeah.
flaps. Oh, I'm sending you a picture just of how wrong I was about what Magnus Carlsen looks like, because I thought he looked like that.
Oh,
He
okay.
definitely does not.
This guy looks, he looks like some sort of like, guy that
He
you
looks
think.
like he should be named Magnus.
Well, he looks like a hermit in like a Scandinavian murder show where
He
it's like,
looks
he
like
did
his-
it, and you're like, no, he didn't, because it's episode 2. But
No, we were talking about scheming viziers. He looks like in the show Vikings. He's like somebody who's behind, plotting to kill the king.
Scheming
guy.
Viking vizier. Yeah. Why are
Maybe
kings
we should
always...
talk about that on the bonus because I feel like, or maybe we
will go into. Yeah, that's a good
We'll
bonus.
get into it. Okay.
Sign up for the bonus on our Patreon. We're going to talk about the how Elon Musk has gone full vizier and is now having a meltdown. Well,
The odds on my bet from a few weeks ago have swung dramatically in my favor this week. Very excited.
cast a one-man death pool. As,
To be clear, we're all very concerned,
yes.
and we don't want anything
yeah.
bad to happen.
Of course.
Yeah.
We don't want anything. I think that's a general blanket statement you can apply to everything we say on this podcast. What a time to be alive. We don't want anything bad to happen.
No.
Generally.
Right. Just cook up a big dose of something to help you relax. Don't worry about what's in it, bud.
Yeah. Side note, one of the people in this chess tournament sounds like an alien trying to masquerade as me, but forgetting my name, which is Gleb Duden. My name is
no.
Gleb. I'm here for the chess tournament. Yeah, we know. Gleb. Yeah, man.
It's
So
it's the galactic championship. He's here
Yeah.
representing some other planet.
I also
Dude, that you got to become really good at something if that's your name, or you're in trouble.
What if
Yeah,
he's like?
yeah.
What if he's like the mountain from Game of Thrones? We don't know.
That is true. He could be.
When
What if he's
you're
like insanely hot? Just like an
Do chess
absolute
boxing.
hunk named Gleb Duden, who's
it's
really
so
good at
crazy
chess.
that chess boxing is a real thing. I would like
What
to
is
see
chess
that.
boxing?
It's literally. I thought it was, some like weird thing. It's literally a combination of chess and boxing. You alternate between rounds of boxing, and then they put a chess table in the ring, and you play chess. And
After getting punched in the head, you do the boxing
Yeah.
first.
yeah, well, it alternates.
All right.
It goes in rounds, switch between, I believe.
I think this is like stupid macho bullshit if the chess is first, but I think it is very funny and cool if the chess is second. That's my
I
take on
believe-
this.
I don't know which one it starts. Starts with. I'm looking at it now, but like I think it's just great and funny because
I like if that one you have like a bully and a nerd. And each one you have like it's like 2-minute rounds, and it's like thrilling to see if either one can survive either round. You know what I mean? Like the nerd has to run around and stay out of the way of the big punches, and then the bully has to like avoid getting checkmated in 2 minutes. So I think this is
That
exciting.
time-honored boxing technique of running around.
You gotta stay away.
I've added a picture
Climbing
of
onto
a
the
live
turnbuckle,
live
just-
chess boxing. Yeah,
Pretty much grab onto your trainer's leg. You know, like
I think that's probably a strategy. And they ring the bell and they bring a chess board into the ring and they do it in the middle of the ring. And so I think that's like you should
also have to play with the boxing gloves on. That should
Yeah.
also be part of it.
Yeah, I move all my pieces forward. I think that is like probably a thing where it's like if you're a good boxer, you probably are a very defensive chess player. And if
Probably.
you're not a good boxer, if you got a bit of a glass jaw, you're probably very aggressive. I mean, Magnus Carlsen could go in there and be like, I just
looks
need
like he'd
to
do
mate
all
somebody
right.
right away. Yeah. I also, encourage him because he's really also not only brought chess to like younger generations, but brought like
Speaking of, I just want
goblin.
I want to issue an apology to Gleb Duden, who is 20 years old. I'm sorry. I just feel like that's too young to make fun of a lot. I feel
Okay.
bad.
He's got time to change it.
It's true. It's true.
she's apologizing because he's huge. He's 8 feet tall.
Right.
He's
I don't want him to
terrifying.
fight
ripped.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Challenge you to 1v1 chess. All chess is 1v1, I guess.
I mean, that is true. That is true. Kind of the definition. Any of these guys could beat me at chess because I had never learned how to play it. So, checkmate, chess people.
Yeah. Checkmate. Kath is eliminated by making the legal move right away.
Yep.
Yeah, moving your pawn sideways and being kicked out of the
The
tournament.
only way to win is not to play. The only way to win is not to know how to play.
Yeah,
That's my
what
motto.
the clock exists because of Kath, just trying to wait it out. Yeah,
Googling how to play chess as the clock ticks down.
frantically.
But I do like the
How
Magnus
does horse
Carlsen
move? How to move horse?
I'll move horse.
Move horse.
Horse move how?
Yeah, for him bringing like these Twitch chess streamers so that it's like, and bring the same way that they're wearing jeans is like you can play chess in a dark room with LED lighting that while like shoveling Huel into your mouth or whatever. Man, that LED lighting, the Twitch lighting is, I don't know. I think there's a link between the fact that everybody fills their apartment with Philips Hue bulbs tuned to teal and pink, and that everyone I know has migraines now. Like, I think that may be connected.
People want to make their rooms look like the thing I put my hand inside of to dry the nail polish when I get my nails done.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Why do you want to live in a tanning bed? What's happening?
Yeah, they all have welder's flash. They're all installing UV lights in their apartment. But yeah, so he got disqualified, and so he had a rough. I think he was annoyed too. Said he had a rough start, and he was fined and then warned that he would not be paired for the next rounds unless he changed his jeans. And he says at that point it became a bit of a matter of principle for me, which is a rich way to describe it.
Jeans?
He's like, my lucky jeans.
You got to change your jeans, man. Those things stink.
Nasty. This is
it's like a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
This is raw denim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
wash them once a year.
3 years. Sorry, I can't wash them, but I can go sit in a bathtub full of water for a while.
They've been buried at the beach.
I got to go put them in the freezer. Hold on. Kill the
That
bacteria.
was such a fucked up time in history.
I mean, it's still. I think
It's
it's
still
probably
around.
there's still probably devotees.
I
for
feel like
sure.
it used to be a lot bigger, though. I feel
Yeah,
like
when it was like
waned.
the sick fades era. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
No
what you
good.
do is you get these pants, and they're really uncomfortable and stiff. But if you behave in a weirdly antisocial way with them for several years, they will become like pants you can buy that are
Normal.
like that already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. At which point you can trade them out because they're no longer raw. So you got to start your next pair.
No, I need my jeans to be so dark everywhere I sit it leaves like an ink stain.
yeah.
That's very
Yeah,
important
yeah.
to me.
I mean, COVID has really led to innovation in the pants that are basically pajama pants space, and but that don't look like them, which is huge.
I feel
just
like
come a long
every
way
time
in
I go visit
fabrics.
my parents, my mom has a new pair that she wants to tell me all about. Of like, like, see these pants? Look how nice they look. Now come feel them. And I'm
Yep.
like, whoa, they're like pajamas.
I got these like moleskin chinos going right now.
High-waisted
They're-
moleskin chinos, pleated.
They're warm. They're basic. They're indoor, outdoor, which is a very funny thing to call clothes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, they're made of patio furniture vinyl. They're
That's right.
Wicker.
my wicker pants.
My pants are made of MDF. Yeah. No, I mean, and also, honestly, it's funny too that like my dad or whatever, like dads have just sat it out and now have come back in because now I'm like, actually, LL Bean is kind of cool now. So you made it. You can just made it around. Unfortunately, your LL Bean jeans are about to get way more expensive because people want to wear them. So yeah, but he was disqualified. And I think this is also all of everything he said is pretty fair. Which he was talking about. He was like, I had a bad day yesterday in the tournament. I slept.
Forgot how to move horse.
Forgot how to move horse when I really
It's
needed to
updated
move
for me.
horse. And then he's like, I don't know. I didn't have much time to change. I put on a shirt or jacket. And honestly, I didn't even think about the jeans, which I think is fair. There's not, most people these days aren't like, oh no, I'm wearing jeans, Like,
Yeah, you can kind of wear them anywhere now. People are like amazed if you're wearing something that is under 20% spandex. They're just like, congrats.
Yeah.
You're really
100% cotton is dress clothes now.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically in Downton Abbey, if you're not wearing.
yeah.
Which is the FID. That's just Downton Abbey. It's I don't know, I haven't seen Downton Abbey, but they have said that this has marked a significant moment in the world of competitive chess because I think he may be he's basically like marking a line in the sand here. He's like,
I dare you.
the number one chess player in the world. It's jeans or me. It's jeans or it's all Gleb Dudens. It's
Gleb Duden's all the way down unless you.
yeah. So yeah, he just was like, and honestly, at his level, he doesn't really need to play anymore. I don't think. I mean, because it would get to more like, what are they going to take the belt away or whatever? Or it's like a boxing thing where it's like, well,
Do you get a belt? Do you get like a big championship belt?
You probably get like a
sick.
fucking clock or something.
I bet you get a ring.
You get a ring sport. You get a braided leather belt. That's the belt.
Any length, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You get some braided leather sandals that you wear with socks. That's what you get.
That's
one of those Instagram things where you're like, aren't you sick of your belt not fitting correctly? It's like, not really. No. It's like, well, you could use, why don't you just use a weird piece of like stretchy spandex that makes you look like, you want to make it look like your belt came attached to your pants, you know? That's really...
Is it just like a rubber band? Are they like,
Basically.
try holding your pants up with a rubber band?
Yep.
Well,
I've got a rubber band belt and a metal wallet,
tried
and I am in the most uncomfortable man in the world.
hang on a sec. Do you have a screwdriver? I got to get something out of my wallet.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
I carry an Allen wrench with me at all times to access my funds.
Well, I do that in case I have to change my rollerblade wheels, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Got to put a fresh tequila worm in there. Last one's
That's
good.
right.
Lost its edge. Yeah,
right.
Being like, hey, I need to get my credit
Tequila
card.
tastes like ginger ale, right? Probably.
Hey, I've got to get.
It looks like it.
Got to get my credit card out of my wallet. You have to pull on this end while I pull on the other end, and then so the third person has to retrieve the. It's like a puzzle box. You have to slide the pieces around.
Yeah.
Those.
Hang on, let me just
wallets
get my credit card, and you flip down a welder's mask.
Yeah, dude, I want to know.
You must solve rush hour to get your free your card from the traffic jam.
I would watch like. Oh yeah, you have to tilt. Actually, you have to tilt your wallet. There's a small ball bearing inside the
Yeah,
wallet, and it's a
little
labyrinth
maze.
game.
Yeah.
I would watch like a
those for
hot
Christmas
ones
as a kid, like one of those with money in it.
Oh
that you'd
yeah,
have to-
no. Look,
those are a
puzzles are
delight.
great. We
Those
love
are a
a
delight.
we love a puzzle here.
With a
we
little
love
$20
watching.
bill inside. Delightful.
Yeah, we just had the cubes with the ball. Yeah, we actually just had that the other day. We had a little competition. I won. Just gonna say that out loud.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the money.
I've talked about
I got the money.
Talked about
Beautiful, healthy Chinese herb.
talked about the magician YouTube puzzler that I've watched who kind of gets frustrated and then tries to brute force some of them, and it's like, come on, man, you can't be doing that. You can't give up.
Yeah, not on a YouTube channel where that's the whole YouTube channel. You can't just be
Yeah.
smashing one of those with a
He's
sledgehammer.
like banging it on
a
a table. And he's lying. He's like, it might be like a momentum based piece, and I'm like, no, it's not. You're just kind of mad.
It's not one of the rules. Yeah, it's a puzzle game, and the solution is throwing it against a wall. Why
Yeah.
didn't I think of that?
They're all like fancy bespoke puzzles that come with a card that's like, you don't need to bang it on stuff. I'm telling you now.
This guy just does the beginning of Glass Onion. That's what this guy's life is
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah. All yeah. And so I forget how just the Ridge Wallet. I was like, I would watch a Hot Ones episode of just a guy that uses a Ridge Wallet. Just ask him what's going on.
Do
Why
you eat hot peppers and ask
Yeah.
him what's up?
Yeah, make him eat a really hot wing and then be like, why are you using this wallet? What? Are you
I mean,
blocked?
guys
Do you
with
need
He
those
a
wanted
wallet?
to support his favorite podcast.
And I don't know.
obviously.
I don't know if Brian Quinn, these guys, has done
Ridge Wallet guys.
Ridge Wallet guys, but those there's definitely a huge overlap between those guys and like hot sauce guys. That's definitely like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
similar
Everyday
type
carry.
of guy.
Everyday carry. Gotta have that. Yeah.
Everyday carry guys.
Having some
Gotta have
athletic
my-
greens with his wings.
Stirring my athletic greens with my gravity knife that I use
Yeah.
to open Amazon packages.
Yeah, guys
look,
who call everything they carry with them every day like a loadout. Like those
Yeah.
guys have a lot of
My everyday carry. Your
stuff.
keys. You mean your keys?
your keys, your Ridge Wallet, your tiny bottle of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my belt carabiner can hold 400 pounds of pressure. What are you doing? Why?
It's like
You rock
write-
climbing in your selvage denim? Is that what's happening? Cool.
brother. You write for Lifehacker. You don't have to.
My brother in Christ, you write for Life Hacker.
You're not dealing with a lot of these situations that you're preparing for.
What are the tactics? Why is everything tactical? What tactics do you need?
Yeah. Getting shot in the ass and saved by my Ridge Wallet, showing it to my kids 30 years later.
I mean, if that happened ever, that would be the only ad you ever see. Obviously,
It's like the Stanley Cup. They
Yeah.
got that. That's how they got popular. car
There
crash.
was
anyway. We should probably
we should move on. But
I thought you meant hockey for a second. I was like, what? What? Somebody shot the Stanley Cup?
Somebody
What
shot the Stanley Cup.
Somebody shot Lord
Probably.
Stanley's cup?
Stanley Cup always is getting
Pew,
dented
pew.
and tossed around and shit. They're hammering
Hockey
that thing out
players
every
not
year.
super careful people. Not very
Yeah.
like delicate movements among that group.
Can't
Number
even keep
4.
their teeth in their mouth.
Number 4.
Number 4.
If you're so smart, why can't you keep your teeth in your mouth?
I'm a hockey player. I never said I was smart. Why are you challenging me with this?
I'm a hockey player. I don't need teeth in my mouth.
Okay, so this story comes to us from Iguana Helium Cube, who has several stories this week. Good job, Iguana Helium Cube. If you would like to ascend to glory like Iguana Helium Cube, you can join our Patreon. At the $10 a month level, get access to our private Discord channels where you can submit stories and make up a funny display name, and we'll read it. This story is from the BBC. This 58-year-old lady named Althea Bryden, she was in she had like a blood clot type thing in her neck, and it cut off blood flow to her brain, and she had a stroke. She was unable to speak, and the upper right side of her body was numb. Don't worry, this gets funny, I promise. She's fine. She's more than fine, actually.
Arguably.
So the next day she's recovering, and she's, she is regaining function and everything. And she suddenly, in regaining speech, now has an Italian accent when speaking. She is not Italian.
Oh!
She says, completely out of the blue, I just started speaking. The nurse rushed to get her colleagues. They asked me if I had an Italian accent before my stroke and were telling me I had a strong accent. I was so confused. So like, this sounds like a horror movie to me where you're trying to speak normal and everyone is hearing it in an Italian accent and you can't hear it.
Yeah.
That would make me feel so insane.
So they brought her like dinner at the hospital, and it was like spaghetti with red sauce, and it was not good. And she went, "Oh!" And then the nurse tried to take it away, and she went, "Oh!" again.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Hang on, do you have an Italian accent now?"
Yeah.
They literally, what was it? They asked her. Yeah, though you said, Kath, they asked if she had an Italian. What a question to be brought back. Did you always have an Italian accent? Is that?
Hey, did you sound like Paulie Walnuts before you came in here?
Commendatory.
This is so funny because like this has happened before. Like sometimes there's like those like medical curiosities where it's like someone wakes
it's called
up and
foreign accent syndrome.
Yeah, but sometimes I think they also speak that language, and that's like one thing that's like, wow. But when it's an accent, it's not like she never even, it's like she definitely has heard it before.
She didn't she didn't gain the ability to speak Italian. She's just speaking English in a weirder way.
She gained the ability to, if you hit the A button timed correctly, she will do a triple flipping jump.
Yeah.
Yes.
She gets hit in the head
a lot.
She gets hit in the head again, and she's like, "Oh!" Whatever the Mario. This is unbelievable. So she claims she even uses words and mannerisms such as "Mamma Mia" in conversation.
Come on.
Mamma
It's not like
Mia.
in there. Like it's not,
Mamma Mia.
Yeah,
How long was I out?
We've activated the Mamma Mia neural pathway.
That's what's so weird about this, because like I guess it makes sense, because it's like the thing that is in her brain is not the ability to speak Italian. It's a memory of what an Italian, like a cartoon of an Italian person speaking, and that's what's coming out. Like you said, it's not like she's gained any knowledge. She's just, the Italian pathways of her brain have been activated.
Yeah, it's like, it's unfortunate because there's also her talking about it. It's like she doesn't like it. She doesn't like being Italian.
Can you please read it in an Italian accent?
Okay, here it goes. Even my life is not the same. That's Italian, right?
Yeah.
Mostly? Okay.
I want my life back.
I want my life back. I'm not a me. I feel like a clown with an upside down smile that people are watching perform.
So sad.
It's very
this really
sad.
Does sound like a nightmare.
I'm still looking for the person I was before.
Oh no.
So sad.
And that clown, Pagliacci.
Yep. She has Pagliacci syndrome.
Yeah.
People don't realize. It's a sad clown.
Yeah, but doctor, I hit my head and now I'm Pagliacci.
Yeah, this sucks. It's really
like
funny though.
Get her out! Get her out!
it's it's just like, man. And I mean, I'm not gonna judge or anything, but she does not look at like if she walked up to you and started speaking an Italian accent, you'd be like, whoa, what?
Okay. Not what I
Yeah.
would have expected. Yeah.
Yeah. It just came out of nowhere that you get woken up to take her blood pressure and started speaking an Italian accent.
The Mamma Mia stuff, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's it's because it makes it clear it's not like, oh, she had a stroke and now in her ability to regain speech, she has like a speech impediment and it sounds Italian. It's like, no. She's
saying bambino in conversation is one of the things that, and it's like, I think that's another thing that they won't talk about, but they don't say that it's a good Italian accent. It might be like a really bad,
they won't talk about
accent.
I feel like
they don't want you to know.
I feel like if she's saying Mamma Mia, it's probably not that good. I don't think Italian people really say that.
Say Mamma Mia.
Oh.
They do go, oh, though. That is
Oh.
real. That is real. She's doing that.
Oh, I feel bad. But yeah, it's like, it's just, and I feel like they got to ask her because it's
We
in her
need a
brain.
cure for once and for all for being Italian.
Yeah. Like,
Doctors are working tirelessly to find a cure for being Italian.
yeah.
I'm actually running a 5K next weekend to raise awareness for curing Italianism.
Surgery
One
to
day.
be not Italian anymore. Yeah, I mean, I think they got to ask her too. It's like, hey, you have to tell us, did you do an Italian accent a lot, like to be funny before this? Because it's
Was
in
this
your brain.
part of your comedic repertoire?
Yeah.
Were you doing this?
Was this part of your act? It's like I didn't have an act. I'm just what?
Yeah.
You know what she needs to do is
Excuse
go to
me,
one of
miss.
these
Are you doing that? The question we all want to
Are you-
ask.
Yeah. She's doing
Yeah.
that, right?
You know,
Are you doing that?
Yeah. Natasha Lyonne had a carotid artery blockage, and then she started talking like a
now
cigarette
you know
salesman.
who could probably fix this is one of these Instagram chiropractor guys.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can't I stop us speaking like I'm Italian? And then it's just, wow.
Yeah, just one last smuttle.
It just had the little display thing is like has had Italian accent for 30 years. How do you feel? Less Italian. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to realign everything. This is neither here nor there, but is Italian. Where this got stuck in my head, and I'm just cursing everybody who listens with this. Of like, I've had to buy some computer parts, and now I can't stop Italian. Like imagining stop Italian. I can't
stop Italian.
imagining,
Can't stop Italian.
I
Don't
can't
stop
stop-
Italian.
like an episode of The Sopranos where like Polly Walnuts has to go to B&H Photo and is trying to buy a motherboard, and he's like, "Motherboard, you got a motherboard?" Like that's just
Motherboard. I feel like that's adjacent to The Departed, microprocessors.
yeah, it definitely is.
Get some light sockets or something.
Don't Stop Italian was the working title for the
Don't
season
stop.
finale of The Sopranos.
Italian. Italian with an apostrophe at the end like Italian like
it's a
instead of
verb.
Italianing.
Don't Stop Italian.
The Italianing. That's what it's The Shining, but he has the Italianing.
He can sense Italians around him.
Isn't it Tony? Isn't that the name of the finger in The Shining?
Yeah. Yeah,
It should have an
Well-
Italian accent.
he should.
There's ghosts in here.
Short for it.
Red
Antonio.
rum. Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, working no play. Come on. I gotta have some time off. Hey, if you're enjoying this regular episode, I bet you'd also enjoy our bonus episode.
This week, we talk about the tide turning on Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy on Twitter. We do a little political analysis. Plus, what would happen if Stuart Little drove his little car on the highway? We discuss.
In addition to that, you can get our regular episodes ad-free. So check it all out, patreon.com/whatatimepod.
Number 3.
I'm not going to get any less Italian. We did not put these after each other. This is a story again from Quantity Helium Cube. Stranglehold
somebody,
stories.
somebody did put it.
Not
after
intentionally.
Yeah, but this is about Super Mario 64. Another Italian, famous Italian.
Maybe
Super Mario.
possibly the most famous Italian.
Maybe
Gotta be on the
Him and
list.
Christopher Columbus. Replace all the Christopher Columbus statues with Super Mario.
Super Mario. Why not?
Yeah. It's so weird that like for Mario, it's like at least New York Italians all can't say Mario. They're all Mario. Super Mario.
I know. I'm really like betraying that I'm not an Italian American from here because I know I called it the Sopranos when I was talking about it. They do all those wide A's. Mario, Mario Kart.
Yeah, that was always one of my friends in like a college humor he wrote about games. So you said Mario more than you do in most jobs, and it's always Mario. And I was saying, Super Mario fell in the water.
I knew a New Jersey Italian guy whose name was Mario, and he would get mad if you said it the other way. He was like, "No,
Really?
my name is Mario." Yeah,
It's like when you go to LA and they're like Los Feliz, and it's like it's not that though. So this is about Shigeru Miyamoto, the head of Nintendo. And
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah, Shigeru Miyamoto.
Oh,
Mario, Super Mario. This has just become a
Nonsense.
hell of a podcast. This is a story about apparently when they were playtesting Super Mario 64. This is like the one, when someone's like, my uncle works in Nintendo. These kids no one believed them. They were like, my dad is Shigeru Miyamoto, and they were like, sure, yeah,
I bet.
yeah. They needed to playtest Super Mario, and they brought in middle schoolers to playtest it. A pretty sweet deal for his kid. That they had.
this is the only kid this has been true of. Like I get to play Mario early.
And so he brought in 10 middle schoolers, including his own child, and they played around in Bob-omb Battlefield. For those who are curious, that was the level they got. Pretty good level.
Is this a new Mario game?
No, this
Which
is
game
like
is this?
N64. This is
Oh, okay, it's old one.
yeah. Like I don't know how old, but probably 2000s, early 2000s. Is that right?
Yeah. And I know that's an old thing.
A seminal game. Good game.
96. 96
yeah.
was.
Oh my God.
Was
So he
64,
brought in some
yeah.
contemporary middle schoolers.
No, this is when they were originally. This is a story from back then. This is when they were originally
geez.
testing it.
I'm getting everything wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Bad listener.
Oh my God, what's happening?
It's so they brought him in and they brought in a playtest, and apparently watching it, and he's like also famously like a bubbly, super nice guy. Miyamoto, he's just like there. It's like every story about him is like he came to see how we were doing with the game, and he gave us a thumbs up, and he hugged us, and he loved the game, and it was
Aw.
good. Miyamoto,
he's
fucking rules.
He's very close to. He has like a Wonka like. I feel like sort of.
His
you know.
story is.
Persona.
His story is really cool. I believe that it's him that I'm thinking of. Like, he was like working in a mailroom at Nintendo. This is all stuff that doesn't happen anymore. Everything that your parents think happened to. He was like working in a mailroom, and some game, if I remember right, some game was like broken, and they were like, "You got to make a new game so that we can just make something because we need to fill these machines." And he was like, "Okay," and then he drew like a monkey he liked, and that's Donkey Kong. And they were like. And it was immediately like the biggest game that had ever been made, and he's been ahead of Nintendo. There's like good YouTube documentaries on it. It's very fun. Where they were just like, all right, whatever, we'll put your weird monkey game on these machines, and then they put it in laundromats, and the laundromats called them, and they were like, hey, you need to come fix it. And they were like, what's wrong with it? And they were like, there are too many quarters in it. People love the monkey so much, they're breaking this game. But yeah, so he brought his kid in.
People love the monkey so much they're breaking the game to free him from it. They want to get him out of the game.
Yeah. Bring him out, which would be a nightmare.
I wanna hang out with
into the
that
real
guy.
world. Yeah.
Would be an absolute nightmare in the real world, going around, rolling around, riding a rhino.
Keep him away from barrels or you're sunk.
Yeah, firing out of there.
Oh,
Donkey
Donkey Kong at a cooperage. Watch out! This is it. We trained for this day.
Yeah. Or the other,
Hitting the alarm that just has a picture of Donkey Kong over it, just a big button.
I never thought this day would come.
He's here. This is terrible news for us. Great news for the fireballs that live in oil cans near here.
Huge day for them.
There's so many. I mean, I don't want to go into Donkey Kong stories, but they're like Donkey Kong 64. Also, at one point early on, they gave him a gun, like a real gun.
Sick. And
he came and visited and was like, he like didn't speak English. So he was just like, no,
no gun.
Like, you cannot. And he drew them like a coconut gun. And he's like, yeah. So yeah, exactly. So his kid though was playtesting, and apparently he had that classic thing of watching his kid play Mario and just be awful at it. He was dog shit at Super Mario 64, where he was just getting very frustrated. God damn it! Yeah. He goes, this is his kid's playing. And again, this is a man who, like, at least from what I know, is famously chipper and kind. And he said, seeing him try dozens of times over and over to get up this unclimbable hill, as a parent, I couldn't help but think, geez, does this kid have any brains?
My stupid fucking kid can't play this game I invented.
Yeah, very much, he's just like, you can't go up that hill, all right? You don't go up that hill.
You don't go there.
Yeah, you can't go up.
I feel like this is one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is like an early video game. You don't know the rules yet because they haven't made enough video games.
And it's also
justice for this kid.
It's like one of the first 3D platformers, so you can see the problem here. But yeah, I mean, it'll upset your. It's really my cousin.
It is hard to watch somebody like
be bad.
Be bad, or just like I don't know. Idiot. Have you ever had to like sit and watch someone else use a computer for more than 15 seconds because it will make you want to kill yourself?
Okay, can I just
let me do it?
Can I? You want to just yeah, I'll okay. All right, no, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. Have I watched my dad furrow his brow and then click like the worst thing he could possibly click on? He's like,
getting into the terminal somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, can you go back in the browser? And he just formats the hard drive. I'm like, okay. We're going to be reinstalling Windows today is one thing we're going to be doing.
That must be what this guy felt like me watching my mom try to Google something and just having to sit on my hands and like chew my lip off because I'm going crazy.
It's a change in the power dynamic for sure. It really throws a wrench in it.
All the kids wanted to do was just like pull on Mario's nose, like the stuff you can do at the beginning.
Yeah.
That's it.
Play with him on the menu. But yeah, so my cousin and his kid, like, he like played video games with him, and it's like, it's just, I think for him, he was like, my kid is watching me like run into a wall and not know how to stop doing that. And it just changes. It's like, oh God.
That's me. That's me playing video games. Very frustrating for everyone. The main thing I remember from trying to play video games with my friends is being like, I'm lost. I'm in a first person shooter and I'm lost.
Help!
I don't know where I am.
Cass people gets motion sickness from it. It's fun though.
I just don't have the like spatial, like you kind of learn a new spatial awareness, I think, when you play those games, and I just don't have it at all. I'm like, where am I? Just running in a circle?
Yeah, the big one is it's like watching someone like hunt and peck on a keyboard, where it's just like
you
realize you're like, oh, it is kind of hard to play a video game when you need to look at the controller every time. Yeah, or just the classic lie where it's like 4 people and you're gonna play like Smash Brothers and one person doesn't play video games and you're like, you'll pick it up. No, they won't. You're just gonna dust them, repeatedly body slam them off the side of the stage.
Me forever. That was my role. I was the bullied Mario Kart player.
Yeah. I will say, you shouldn't be embarrassed because that is a delightful presence to have in a Super Smash Brothers game where 3 of you are fighting and then Bowser is just sort of running off the side over and over.
Just like it is an entire game of overcorrecting direction. Just zigzagging the whole time. No, I'm honored to play because like I know I'm bad at them, so I don't feel bad about being bad at them. I just get to be comic relief for everyone else who's good.
It's good.
I'm the jester of Mario Kart,
Yeah. I remember playing a game. There was one where somebody played Wario, and Wario had a move where he got on a motorcycle, and it was just them driving the motorcycle off the side of the stage, like over and over.
I want to see what's in the water. I want to see what's down there.
You can't go down. You can't go down there.
Yeah. And then it's also like the most chaotic game of all time. So it's just like, okay, I threw a red and white ball and then a thing came out and it killed me. It's like, oh, well, that's Lugia. That's the legendary Pokemon. This isn't going to go great for you. Yeah. So, but he had his, this is just so funny to me that I hope he got better. I would have to assume he got better. Maybe he doesn't want to play Nintendo. That would make sense if his kid was a rebellious kid and he's like, I play Sega. I'm a Sega guy.
I want to play football.
Yeah.
No.
I bet he got good, and then he had a jump start. Like, he was ahead of all his friends because he got to play it ahead of time.
I mean, I guess from a game design perspective, I could see it being frustrating because, like, did I do a bad job making this game that even my own child doesn't know how to,
Yeah, someone with, like, sort of a similar brain to me still can't figure this out. Oh, no.
Yeah. Do I need to put a sign that says,
it sounds like he externalized all of this onto his kid and is saying his kid is dumb. I don't think he had any doubts.
Yeah. This is, it was hard back then. Everything you could interact with wasn't like bright yellow and pulsing and like sending you tooltips that are like, would you like to use the crank? It's like, I'm getting to the goddamn crank. Jesus Christ.
Press A to crank. Press A to crank.
Please. Are you thinking about cranking? Press A. Leave me alone.
What they needed back then was AI. That would have fixed a lot of these problems.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Patty. Thank you for saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bring it in. Yeah. Whoa, we got to move on. I just saw how long we're recording.
Number two.
Number two
also comes to us from Iguana Helium Cube. This is, could be bad news, could be good news, depending on your religious beliefs. Very tempting teaser to this story. Good topic sentence. Good news or bad news, depending on your religious beliefs. The Antichrist is back. That's the news.
The Christian God has revealed himself.
It's raining blood.
It's a little too late. Too late.
The sea is rising.
Too late to repent. He told us. He said it's too late. If you didn't believe before, you're out of luck.
He said it's too late. You can't repent.
He specified, yes, I am the Christian God. That is,
I'm the real one. So sorry to everyone else. It's too late.
The sea is boiling. What this means for your summer vacation.
Here's why that's bad for Joe Biden.
October Christian surprise. God. The apocalypse. Hurting Joe Biden's chances of re-election.
Why this could be bad for his re-election chances. So there's a temple in Tamil Nadu in South India where they had like a donation box, in front of the statues and all of that stuff, the altar, and a devotee at this temple was making a donation, but somehow accidentally. This is a real me move. I feel this
Kath cannot go to this temple, dude.
I relate to this guy so much. Somehow, in trying to slip his donation into this box, he dropped his iPhone in there. Which, look, there, but for the grace of God, go I. I would, yeah. This is the kind of thing I'm praying to not happen when I'm doing a donation.
This is like a curve plot.
Her apartment to a deity.
I've accidentally signed over my lease to.
Right. Oh, you dropped your keys. Shiva. That means you're giving us your home. That's so helpful.
Oh,
yeah.
Truly, just like you drop your phone and you have to like go like wrist deep into the bucket to get it out. Like
you can't.
Yeah.
Can't they make it so you can't get your wrist in there?
I'm just doing it to take off the. Look, if I don't factory reset it, it'll be useless. No one will be able to use it. So that's why I'm getting it back.
I would have donated my retainer. I'll tell you that much. Probably a bunch of retainers in here. Just, Catherine,
I'm sorry. I thought I was at the temple for the god of retainers. I'm sorry. I thought this was the dental god,
the god of healthcare.
Yeah,
the lore of your wallet trash can is truly. When I imagine it now, I just need you to know it's like the Indiana Jones where he swaps the idol, but it's just you standing in front of one of those trash cans that automatically compacts whatever you put in it, and you just kind of teasing it with the wallet and then putting in, slamming it closed, and your wallet just getting compacted. You need a Ridge wallet, honestly. Yeah.
I don't, because when I lose it, I need it to get compacted so no one takes the shit in it. I want it instantly vaporized if it leaves my.
You're gonna break the garbage truck. It's too powerful. When I picture it, I picture like the end of Space Jam when like everyone's trying to stop Michael from dunking from like half court, and that's.
I will stop at nothing. Yeah,
and he still does it.
Cat's arm getting longer and longer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this guy did basically that with his phone. And naturally he did what I have had to do many times, different proper nouns, but like basically the same thing. He got in touch with the people at the temple and was like, "Look, I'm very sorry. I did not mean to do that. Do you have my phone? Can I have my phone?" And they said, "No, you donated it. It's ours now." And they kept it. They said it was temple property now. So
get him out of
here. I guess this is like sort of the party line for a lot of these temples. Somebody else did the same thing where they had a gold chain around their wrist and it fell in when they were donating, and the temple was like, "Nope, you donated it." So,
oh my God,
the Hindu religion, one of its main tenets is no backsies. Yeah. So
the gold
bad
chain
luck
makes
to you.
A little more sense in that it's still kind of currency. It's like hard precious metal.
It would be something you would donate.
Yeah, like
it wouldn't be that weird to donate.
Like, what are you gonna do with my phone? I have like activation lock on. No one can use it.
I'm just gonna put the if found thing on it. I'm just gonna like call it 100 times a day and make it ring and bother everyone.
Well, this is, I don't know if you got this detail, Kath, but this is the real fuck you of the whole thing here. That the temple administration permitted him to retrieve the data but didn't return the phone. So they were like, they had him like an external hard drive. They're like, here are your photos, but the phone stays with us. This is here's your SIM card, buddy. But we're unlocking that and selling it on, Facebook Marketplace.
Buying a black market phone from a Hindu temple. It's like, I don't know what that does to you karmically, but seems not great. Yeah. So I guess this guy just said, okay, they're appealing to tradition here. They say, as per the practices and traditions of the temples, offerings made in the donation box are considered property of the deity. This is funny. Rules do not allow us to return such offerings. So it's in the rules.
Yeah. Read the rules, idiot.
Read the rules.
Classic appeal to sort of vaguely gesturing at the rules. Sorry, dog. It's the rules.
Well, this is tough when your religion doesn't have like one specific scripture. Like they don't really have like the Bible. So they're just like, man, it's rules. I don't know what to tell you. We have some Vedas and stuff, but good luck. Yeah. It's the rules.
We can't. I like that it has an energy of that it would anger the God in question. That's why. Yeah. Because that's what the rules probably are.
It'd be cursed. Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, they're playing Candy Crush now. And if we take Candy Crush away from the gods, they will be furious.
The god wanted to play Candy Crush, so the god willed you to put this in the donation box. So yeah. I'm trying to see who.
I hope he was playing Temple Run. That was, I can't read because the name of this in our doc is Temple iPhone, and I just can't stop thinking about Temple Run now. Truly.
It's okay. This makes sense to me. So it is okay, never mind. Sorry. I thought it was a Hanuman temple, and I was like, well, a monkey would take your phone. So that would make sense. But I'm sorry, it's not Hanuman, it's Murugan. So
That's I don't know. Shelby has a Hanuman drop of Hanuman making that sound.
I feel like that at a Hanuman temple, that would be like, I feel like there would be a stronger appeal to the rules there of like, he wants it.
He definitely wants it.
Drop your sunglasses in there, your water bottles, drop some Mountain Dew in there. That's what he's looking for.
Yeah. Honestly, there should be a monkey in the box, and if he reaches out and grabs something, it's his.
It's his, yeah.
Yanking those necklaces off. Yeah. So sorry to this guy. Time to get a new phone, buddy.
Yeah.
If it should have been an Android, they would have spit it back out. The gods have rejected your offering.
Yuck. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Number one.
And this week's number one reason to say what a time to be alive.
Number one comes to us from the Real Werewolves of London in the Discord. And it's a story about a contraption, a wearable contraption.
In contraption news.
Contraption news.
Contraption.news. Hit my RSS feed.
So there's a birding enthusiast named Michelle Lefebvre in British Columbia, Canada.
That's French for Michelle the Fave.
Yeah,
That's right.
everyone's fave Michelle.
She's the fave.
So she's got she's bundled up in a chair, and I'll just describe this. She's got her hood up, a hat on, sunglasses on, and then there is a strap to the sunglasses. Kind of is a paper, I guess a paper bowl. It's one of those deep paper plates,
Yeah.
filled with birdseed.
Paper bowl, really risky proposition. Putting
Yeah.
like soup in something
Yeah.
paper, you
gotta
got
go quick.
That's a time bomb.
Gotta eat fast. They need to take coffee cup technology and apply it to the paper bowl space.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. Feel like you got a lot of times get a paper bowl with it in a chili situation, and it's really slop vibes. Like it could be great chili, but eating chili out of a paper bowl, real orphan feel, real
slop
slop
vibes.
That's a church basement meal if I ever heard of one. Chili
Yeah.
in a paper bowl.
Man.
It's real orphan vibes, which is someone who you thought was an adopted child was actually a Russian woman in her 30s or whatever, and she's killing your whole family.
Yep.
So she's got this set up, and this allows her to watch birds eat up close because they don't recognize there's a person there, I guess, and she just sits very still, and they just get in there and eat. She's seen, let's see.
So she puts the bird seed on like a paper bowl.
Correct. It's like right in front of her face. It's like
Right in front
strapped
of
to
her
sunglasses.
face.
So it's like she's like right there.
So it
And,
sounds like the two technological innovations here are turning your head into a bird feeder and also making yourself look so fucked up that birds no longer recognize you as a human being.
Yeah,
Is that it?
It's big
She's got
sunglasses.
she's got like a fleece blanket over her whole body too. That could be warmth. It could also be just disguising the human form. And so she saw, what did she get? A goldfinch, which is a beautiful bird. And then
Beautiful bird.
beautiful bird.
Chinese herb.
Beautiful Chinese bird.
Healthy Chinese herb. Two black-capped chickadees, also nice. They took their time to eat. And it's just, she's just
Chickadee, watching
watching
top.
these damn birds.
Chickadee, one of my top birds.
Great
Very
to
happy
say.
with a chickadee. Sounds like an onomatopoeia kind of for what they sound
Yeah.
like. I love the print, the like hound's tooth. It's good.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Definitely one of those where you don't have to be like, what does their call sound like again? It's like, no,
Yes.
I think you got it, dog.
You got it. Don't need to open the app.
You just said it.
Yeah, this is delightful. This is great that you just. It feels like they were like, oh, I'm glad that nobody figured this out and started selling it on Instagram, and that someone figured it out on their own, because I feel like
Right.
that would have taken it away. Like this would
You
be like
could-
a
you
Temu
could make
product,
this
and it would bum
for-
me out.
Right, but you could make it yourself for like 20 cents. And she's just sharing it with the world. Information wants to be free,
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah. And
Patty, are you going to try this?
I already am right now. The listener can't see me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have. We don't really have a good setup for it, and I feel like it would be overrun with pigeons, which are
Yeah,
not
you
really
just get
exciting to
swarmed
see.
by pigeons
But
and rats. A rat would fly off a fire escape and land in the bowl.
they have those feeders that are like webcams also, which I think are very fun. That like automatically recognize and take photos of
That's
the birds
fun.
that are feeding, which is pretty fun. Someday I'll get one of those. Maybe I'll check this out. I'm gonna go check out some guys later. Hopefully, go for a little walk up here.
My mom
but,
got a woodpecker the other day. That was fun. I was excited.
Got him. Ate
Got
him.
him.
Like Sylvester the cat.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, captured. New Pokemon.
Two little feathers
sending
flying
out
in the
a,
air. after
Floating
she's-
away.
Yep.
sending
That's
out a
what that-
woodpecker to get killed by Pikachu.
That's one of the linked articles in the article here about this lady, the Newsweek, which is just overrun with ads, chumbox
Trash.
stuff, video stuff, gifs, you name it. But there is it says 4 tips to lure birds to your garden and why that's important. What
Sylvester the
animal
cat.
wrote this? Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like. I know what they're
succotash.
saying, but I don't like the word lure. It sounds like it's under false pretenses or something.
Yeah.
It's like, no, this is a transactional deal. This is fair. You get food. I get to look at you. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with
Which
that.
also doesn't sound great by itself. You
If
get
it's
food, I get to look
about
at
birds, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
If it's, I mean, that is kind of what a date is a little bit. You get food. I get to look at you.
you. Oh, just
No
not
one's
speaking.
agreeing with me. Okay.
Just silent.
I
Staring.
get to look at you
Yeah.
while hiding
Food,
behind
I
sunglasses.
get to watch you eat it. You have to eat all of it.
I go on a date and I wear the paper plate and the sunglasses and the fleece, and then I just put like a burger on the paper plate so I can observe them up close.
Yeah, putting
Smash burger, nice.
yeah.
Surely there's no human behind here since I can't recognize the human form.
Yeah.
It's been obscured.
Yeah.
feel free to perch on the edge of this paper bowl.
Yeah. You got to just
enjoy some
not. This
burger.
is a. I was on a show with very funny comic Idoia Travis, who I think we've had on before. We should have him again.
Early
Yep.
guest. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was like maybe our first guest.
He
We
was
haven't
our
had
first
Idoia in a while.
guest as well.
Yeah,
yes.
we should have him back. He's recording a
should.
special,
He's
I think, in
great.
February. But he was talking about the Bernie Sanders when a pigeon landed on him or whatever, a bird landed on him. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "That's what old people just don't." He doesn't move a lot. That's all. He just,
They thought he was a scarecrow.
yeah, he's like he just never moves fast. So birds land on you when you never have moved fast in years.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Is
Kind
that
of a
or
scary-
any
We
of
all have
the-
that
are-
to look forward to.
Are any of those parody Twitter accounts still going? The
God.
bird or like the Mike Pence fly? We still got any of that going on over there?
Oh,
Or
God. I
Sanders
forgot about that.
_bird 2121
Birdie Sanders.
Yeah.
Huh?
firing off one 3-fave tweet and then immediately trying to sell a Galaxy lamp. Just like, you got to let this thing kind of
That person
gestate.
has moved to Blue Sky and is now furious that people aren't following back. That's my new favorite type. This is for the resistance. You have to follow me back. The site has to be unusable.
Yeah, something no one ever did on Twitter. We do it here
The
now.
fabric of society is coming apart because no one will follow me back.
This is how we fight Trump. You follow my It's Real Joe Biden account that just
Yeah.
posts about
And
I
there's
follow 10,000 and I love this site. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did have the because it's nice. The spam bots have made their way over, but they get banned right away, which is a nice change. But it did hurt my feelings to be like, I got a DM from one that was like, "Hey, handsome," and then immediately just report that, being like, "This is not real. Someone can check this out." Moderation team, this seems unusual. Please, please check it out.
unusual activity on my account.
Yeah. They're a
bummer.
little better at it. They're no longer being like, glorious day, whatever.
I just
Hello,
got one.
sweetie.
I just got one that just says greetings.
Dropping a greetings to the boys when you walk into the bar. Greetings, fellows.
From cleanliving.bsky.social. I don't know if it might be a real
Greetings.
person. But again, greetings with no other, like, what do you, people don't, it's like calling you, yeah, you got to have a
Yeah.
little bit more than that if you want me to, hello, oh, hi.
My mom was
Greetings.
telling me she gets a lot of those texts. She gets a lot of the spam bot texts in there.
Sure.
The one that she quoted that I thought was very funny was, "How is your recovery from your injury going?" Like, your injury. How's your injury?
Yeah.
Like we all,
Man.
when you're inquiring about your friend's injury.
Surely
that's
this
how you
must be
ask.
one of my friends or acquaintances. That's the only way
Right.
they would know about my injury.
My injury.
Who told
Not
you
many
about my
people know.
injury?
I told you about that in confidence about my injury.
Who told you about my injury?
How do you know?
Greetings. I've heard about your injury. News of your injury has spread. Things like that pop up in Age of Empires.
Civil War
News of your
era.
injury
Yeah.
has spread to a neighboring kingdom. They look to take advantage of your moment of weakness. How do you
Yeah.
defend?
I would respond to that as a text.
Yeah. Greetings is good as shit. What, I walk into your apothecary? Greetings.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Yeah.
man.
I'm looking to purchase some of your potions. I feel I am strong enough, sweetie.
Deer.
Yeah.
I get deer a lot when I get those spam guys.
Hello, dear.
What were we talking about? Oh, the birds.
Birds, they're
This is
out
for the
there.
birds.
You can get them right in your face if you want them right in your face. Some people don't want them right in their face, but if that's something you're into,
I feel like they're close enough where they are. I don't need them to get closer, really, but I respect this.
I feel like the sunglasses pull double duty there because they like obscure your eyes, but then they also protect your eyes because you don't want to. I mean,
From
that is
bird flu. Kind
just
of
gets
famously
over-
a thing right now.
Oh yeah. Also like
Don't
over
let
enthusiastic on the
the
feed.
bird's like pecking your eyeballs. Yeah.
yeah.
Right, you don't want to get in an Orestes situation.
Yeah.
That's not what you want.
They just get, like overexcited, like a fast eating dog, If I put my finger in the bowl, I'll probably just go right into it.
You
getting
really
excited.
just want to stay out of Greek myth, if you can. I think that's generally a safe bet.
Yeah.
You know?
Sitting with sunglasses on, motionless next to Prometheus's liver and observing beautiful eagle. Beautiful
I'm just gonna cut off the cycle right after hubris. I think that's all. Or you know what? I'm willing to cut it off after arete. It's fine. My success is good enough. But that's it. You don't see too many of the whole cycle doesn't tend to end when nothing bad will ever happen again.
No, you just got to know when to get out. You
To
just
me
gotta know
or
when
my
to get out of the
descendants.
cycle. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone in my family long down the line is going to chop up and eat their own kids. Well, that's their problem. I'm
Yeah.
living high on the hog.
Prophecies after my death do not concern me.
Not my problem.
Do not bother me with
That's
them.
that's a YP, my future family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hate to be the relative of someone who is turned into a deer to be hunted forever. Whatever happened to your cousin? Turned into a deer.
Going on Ancestry.com and finding out the 2 generations from now.
Yeah.
Someone's
out-
going to chop up and eat their kids.
My great-grandfather was Kronos. So,
Bummer.
yeah, a lot of the branches end there.
Hate to see Artemis accidentally. You got to avoid that. That's the modern day version of that is Tony from Who's the Boss walking in on Angela. That's basically what that.
Kronos,
Essentially the same.
Kronos walking into the adoption clinic. Oh, hell no.
Get this guy out of here.
Get him out of here. Banned.
He's tying a napkin around his neck. It's like, hey, no.
Get out.
Hell no. Yeah.
Licking his lips. He's got a big fork and
Fork
a knife.
and a knife. Doing the fat fingers. Fat, tasty pie fingers. To all the fucking orphans.
Come on, man.
Not again. I told you had to leave.
You're
Get
not
out.
supposed to be in here.
You know. We told you.
The judge said.
You've had enough. You're 86 from the adoption agency.
Get back to
86 from the
Tartarus.
orphanage.
Okay, let's do plugs.
Plugs.
Y'all ready for this?
Find our Patreon bonus episodes, merch, Discord, and more at whatatimepod.com. And follow us on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram at whatatimepod. Check out Cap's other podcast, Lie, Cheat, and Steal, about liars, frauds, thieves, and bullshitters. Theme song by Naughty Professor. Thanks for listening, and best of luck.
I got nothing to plug. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Hey, same thing as I've been plugging. I got my special January 24th recording at the Gutter. Shows at 7:30 and 9:30. You can get tickets at tickets.eliuden.com, or you can go to my Instagram at Chili's Restaurants, and there's links to that. The early show is about half sold out at this point. Late show, we got a lot. Late show is more open for the degenerates out there. Yeah, and then also there is a Sick Ass Panther happening at Red Baron Inc. on January 11th. You can buy tickets to that in the link in my Instagram as well. But hey, if you buy tickets to either one of those and you would like to go to the other as well for free, simply contact me and I can facilitate that for you.
Get your Cape Fear laughs ready. Mm-hmm. I don't have anything to plug, so I will say Happy New Year also.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.